cook with me. This is tenderloin, the pork tenderloin roast. Have my oil heating up, 1 tablespoon, and it is pretty hot right now. So I'm going to go ahead and add my tenderloin to this roast, or to this pan. You should hear a sizzle like that. We're going to brown it good on both sides. All right, we browned it on both sides. Now I'm going to add the beer. I'm going to foam up a little bit. I use a 16-ounce can. And the kind we use is the Miller High Life. Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. This stuff is really good inside any kind of brats or anything. We use light sometimes, and it just doesn't do it justice like the Miller High Life does. So try the Miller High Life in this roast because it's really good. I added 2 teaspoons of the minced garlic. Now it says to add all of this into a bowl and mix it all up, which I do recommend. We did that last time, and I just thought I'd just do it this way this time because it's faster and it saves a messy bowl. So I'm just going to throw it in here. I'll let you know if it turned out to be the same. It should just turn out to taste the same. But it says to mix the beer and all of the ingredients I'm about to show you next in one bowl and then dump it over the roast. 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar going in. 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, which is just under 1/4 cup. Pour that in, and that will help tenderize your roast quite a bit. And the vinegar I use is this stuff right here. You can use any balsamic vinegar. Doesn't really matter. All right, what I've got in here is 2 teaspoons of oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper. And I'm going to sprinkle that all in here. And that is it, you guys. That's all that this entails. Now what I'm going to do is stir this up as best I can because like I said, you're supposed to mix all of those ingredients into a bowl, dump it over the roast. So I'm going to mix this up the best I can, stick it in a 450-degree oven for 15 minutes, and then you're going to lower the heat to 310 for 2 hours or 2.5 hours, depending on your oven. And that is it. I'll bring you back and show you what this looks like when it's done. That mixed up really well in here, so it doesn't matter. You can just dump it all in here. Now this pan I got from Pampered Chef. This pan goes from stovetop to oven, so you can use a pan like this. And I do have a link for this in my description box. My niece sells Pampered Chef. Her name is Lindsay, and you will find her link in my description box of every video because I use Pampered Chef stuff all the time, and I love this. This is one of my favorite things. And you can also buy a slow cooker stand for this and put it right into the slow cooker. My oven just preheated. I'm going to get this in the oven, cover it, of course. So I'm going to put the cover on this, stick it in the oven for 15 minutes on 450, and then I'm going to remember to turn it down. I'm going to set my timer so I remember. Okay, this is done, and look at what it looks like, you guys. This just is fall apart tender. It's so tender. This was about 2 hours in a 300-degree oven. The first 15 minutes was at 450, like I said. And now I'm just going to shred this all up and stick it in a bowl for tomorrow. Well, Corey's going to eat it tonight. I'm going to eat it tomorrow. He's going to have it on ciabatta roll just like we did before. And I just don't have the points for that tonight. So I'm going to have to bypass this, unfortunately. But doesn't it look delicious, you guys? Oh, it is delicious. I can't even tell you how delicious this is. It is so good. That is it. And I will share the recipe down below. This is the finished product on this roast. This is so good. And I added the poblano and onions in this, and I just stirred it all up. Put some green peppers, green onions on the top, and I roast our bread or bun, and it's so delicious. 4 smart points for this. It's 1 point per ounce of this roast. Go a little further with this meal. What I do is chop up 1 poblano pepper and then 1 small onion, put them both in a fry pan and fry them up. And then I'm going to add this to our pork as well. And I will first use a little bit of this for breakfast too, in my eggs. This is so good. This mixture right here, I love, and I love adding it to pretty much any kind of meat you can add this to, and it just gives it a really nice flavor, but not a spicy, hot flavor.
You're keeping me on. Yeah, I'm strapped in